most of the day yesterday, and we're starting off that way as well. A quarter-mile visibility in Atlantic City, half a mile in Toms River, 3 miles in Wildwood, and visibility here is rough down the shore. We've got a dense fog advisory just for the immediate coastline until 10 o'clock this morning. Not seeing much fog elsewhere. 76 degrees the current temperature. That flow out of the south today. It's going to be another hot day, even a little more humid than yesterday. It's not what you wanted to hear, right? Tropical humidity well into the 70s today and tomorrow. It does now look, it had looked like every day we were going to see this. It now looks like we get a couple of days of a break later this week, but today and tomorrow it's really going to feel pretty tropical out there. Satellite and radar showing us that we've got mostly clear conditions, just some patchy clouds other than the dense fog along the coastline. At 8 a.m. it's 80 with partly cloudy skies. By lunchtime, 91. At 4 o'clock, 95. Can't rule out a spotty storm, but most of the day looks pretty dry and just hot. At 8 o'clock, mostly cloudy and 90 degrees. Now that heat advisory, Matt, not just through today, but through tomorrow too. That gives you an idea. 10 o'clock. It's just for the area right along the beach line and not really anywhere else. But we're looking at a quarter-mile visibility in Atlantic City. Even worse as you head up through Ocean County. 4-mile visibility in the city. So you're kind of noticing the fog, but it's not that dense. Of course, that can change, and we'll be on top of that this morning. It's warm and muggy, currently 76 degrees right now in the city. But the dew point's even a little worse than yesterday. I know you didn't think it could happen, right? Mid-70s right now, feeling tropical today and tomorrow as well. Much of the next 10-day forecast, we're looking at hot and humid conditions. Satellite and radar showing a little bit of a storm that went well up to our north and west. Otherwise, a mix of clouds and sun today, and nothing more than a spotty storm chance. The big story, the heat and humidity. The heat advisory continues. At 8 a.m. it's 79. By lunchtime, it's 91, 95 at 4 o'clock. At 8 o'clock, it's 90. So temperatures into the mid-90s, but Matt, feeling like the triple digits. Oh. We've got a dense fog advisory until 10 o'clock this morning for the coastline. Once again, I mean, you were stuck with this marine layer yesterday during the day, and you will be much of today as well. Near zero visibility in Atlantic City. Even in Millville now, a quarter mile as that fog kind of progresses inland a little more. We're at 5-mile visibility in the city, 3 in Wilmington and Lancaster. So you're noticing the fog. It's not hard to drive through in the city. You're just noticing that in the sky conditions. But along the shorefront, that's where it's really hard to see. And you have to be careful driving, even biking down there. 76 degrees the current temperature. The flow out of the south. We need a little more wind to help mix this atmosphere out there. We're not seeing that right now. And just tropical humidity, even worse than yesterday. Dew points in the mid-70s. So it kind of feels disgusting out there. Other than that, satellite and radar showing we'll see some sunshine, just some high clouds around today. Warm and humid at 8, it's 80, 91 at lunchtime. At 4 o'clock, 96, but feeling like the triple digits. At 8 o'clock, still hot and 91 degrees, only an isolated storm.
Story today will be about the heaviness of the soggy air and the heat.
The heat and really the humidity, I think you're right, Tam, is what you really feel out there. And here's the next thing I want you to prepare for. We only get a very brief break, a day or two between heat waves, seems likely. So let's talk about this heat and look at the 10-day forecast. So we continue into the 90s the next few days. Thursday would mark day 8 of the heat wave. On Friday, it looks like we get a break in the heat, but that's only because we have storms through the area and drenching downpours. Then that next heat wave likely starts either Saturday or Sunday. So a 1 or 2 day break, then it looks like all of next week for the most part is in the heat. Maybe we taper off at the end of the heat, but I've been looking at models that just show the 90s stretching through much of July. So we're really in this heat and humidity for a while. What about the chance for storms? I want to show you this because we could see some storms around Wednesday into Thursday. That's when the remnants from Beryl will be not far from our area to our north and west. But this model saying, you know what, it may take till Wednesday night. This is a look at 11:30 at night when we start to get some storms that look like they just push and kind of fall apart as they hit Philadelphia and South Jersey. So maybe a better chance north and west. But I want you to be prepared for anything that does pop up Wednesday into Thursday, because we have so much moisture. We could have some heavy downpours. It looks like those showers could linger on Thursday. But the better chance and the most active period looks to be on Friday. That's when we get this stalled front and a flood risk because we just have so much moisture, and we could have some really good downpours lingering lingering on Friday, and that's the day that we get that dip in temperatures. Satellite and radar showing not much right now, but we've got dense fog along the coastline. Take a closer look. You want to watch for that if you're down the shore today, where you have near zero visibility out there. At 8 o'clock this morning, the temperature is 80. At lunchtime, it's 91. At 4 o'clock, 96 degrees. It is a hot one today. Heat advisory today and now tomorrow, too. Even 8 o'clock at night, you're holding it around 90, 91. Your high today in the city is 96. 97 in Reading, 97 in Trenton and Pemberton, 96 in Williamstown, 93 in Smyrna. Just the low 80s along the coastline. You have dense fog there, advisory until 10 o'clock, but you also have a southerly flow, so that keeps those temperatures down. But how will it feel? By 3 o'clock in the afternoon, feeling like it's over 100 degrees, maybe 104, 105 throughout really much of the area. Even in Allentown, feeling like 102 in Millville, feeling like the upper 80s along the coastline. And we do have an ozone action day. It's unhealthy for sensitive groups. That's the young, the elderly, anyone with respiratory issues, the air quality. And you feel that dense air so stagnant out there. That's the reason. Here's your exclusive AccuWeather 7-day hot and humid, nothing more than a stray storm. 96, 94 tomorrow. Hot, tropical storm, tropical humidity. Maybe you get a late night storm, especially north and west, and into Thursday. Thursday's high is 91. Friday's kind of the center of the storms, where you get